Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for April 12th, 2025. I'm sorry this one's a bit late. I'm coming down with something and slept a lot yesterday, and so I didn't record anything last night. But we're going to get this done. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. Alrighty, let's look for geometry to start with. We've got 2, 4 here. That could affect either these two rows or this column, but it doesn't seem to do anything super useful. I'm noticing we have this 4 and this 4, and so there's only 2 places for 4 in the column, but unfortunately 2 places is still more than 1 place. All right, I guess I could note that we have 4s locked up here, but it's not super important. This 3, 7, 5, it's in one of each of row, column, box, and so it's not as exciting, but we can look for 3, 7. Unfortunately, we already have a 3 in the column, so it would only be 7, so that's really no good. 7, 5 over here. Yeah, I don't really think there's anything of note there. The point is to go quickly and just find some of the low-hanging fruit geometry, and then we'll look for more. We'll look for more stuff on our second pass. So 1, 3, and 8 against here. I mean, it's really close, right? We've got this 1 and 8 seeing this cell. If it just saw a 3, that would be enough to put 1, 3, 8 in these 3, but it doesn't, so we can't. This 1 and this 8 are also interesting, but not enough to do anything with. This 1, 8 against here could also be interesting. Like this cell can't be 8, but could be a 1, so we can't do anything with that. We got 1, 5, and 9. We already have a 9 in the row, so it would just be 1, 5. That's not going to be super helpful. And then we've got 5, 7, and 9 against here. Again, not super helpful. We do have these 2 9s. I mean, we have this 9 and this 9 here, telling us that 9's in one of these 2. But anyway, 1 and 7. Okay, this 8 certainly isn't doing anything. 4, 5, 9. Unfortunately, we already have 5 and 9 in this row, so it would just be the 4. But actually, if we look, this can't be 4, and so 4 in this row is only in these 2 cells, and so that is going to claim. That's going to claim this box. And so basically, if we look, 4 in this box is in one of these 2. All right, and then how about 4, 5, 9 against this column? And we already got the 4s marked. Yeah, not really seeing anything. Actually, yeah, we can't really do anything with it. It's interesting to me that we I guess seeing this from the perspective of the box, it's much more obvious. I was looking at the column and seeing how these 2 could be 9, but if we just look at this box, we can actually just place that 9. So let's do it. All right, that's a lot easier. We still need a 5 in this column, but there's plenty of places. Okay, the 1 and the 9 we're already basically taken care of. Actually, the 1 ends up in one of these 2. We should look for 1 in this column then. So 1 can be in these 2 places, which is interesting, but not enough to do anything with yet. We have, I'm wondering about this row. So we have the 2, which is in one of these 2. The 6 is already placed, but the 8's not. 8's over here as well. We're like really close to being able to do something with this. We have the 2 and 8 over here. We have the 1 over here. Doesn't quite segment things up, but it's close. I'm also seeing the 8 ends up in one of these 2. The 2 ends up here. Does the 1 do anything? Yeah, the 1's down here as well. Oh, so we have a hidden 1-8 pair here. We have the 1-8 looking down and the 1-8 looking in. So this is a hidden 1-8 pair. Basically, what a hidden pair is going to do is it's going to remove the ability for any other digit from being in those 2 cells, because we need to fit both the 1 and the 8 into this box. And they can't be in any of these cells. So one of these has to be a 1, the other has to be an 8, which means there's no room for anything else. And so if we look, we have this 5 looking down, and now these can't be 5 because of the hidden 1-8 pair. So 5 ends up in one of these 2. I don't know. Actually, we can follow up on that. This 5 looks down, those 5s point in. That puts a 5 in one of these 2, and that does actually give us a hidden pair here. And so now the remaining 3 digits here are 2, 5, 8, not 5. 2, 7, 8, and this cell can't be 2 or 7, so this is our 8 only, and then this is a 2, 7 pair. All right, anything else looking down here? The 1 also, oh no, we have the 1 and the 8, the 4, the 5. Okay, cool. Let's Let's fill this cell because we know it's not 2, 5, so we know it's down to 2 digits. We need a 3 and a 7. Okay. I'll save the rest for when we do a band scan, a scan of that band. But you know what? We might as well start with this band, and then we'll go back up to this band and this band. Because this band has a lot going on. I just want to make sure we catch everything, because I think it's going to be the most important band. It's just got so much going on. All right, so let's look at the 1, 8, and 9 a little bit more carefully. So we have the 1 and the 8 here. We have the 1, 8 here. The 1's part of this 1, 5 pair. I guess it's probably just worth it to fill this pair here. We have 1, 2, 3. We need a 4 and a 7. So this 7 looking down gives us this 4 and this 7, giving us this 3. So this is now 2, 5, 7. It's not a 5. And this 4 actually does give us this 4 we had randomly marked up there. Okay, and then this is going to be a pair as well. We've got 1, 2, we need 3 and 6 here. And then down here we have another pair. 1, 2, 3, we need 4. And this 4 looking down tells us this is 4. Placing this 4 as well. And then this last digit is a 5. Okay, so how are we doing on 4s? We just placed a bunch of them. Yeah, so what I'm seeing is we have this rectangle of 4s left, and that's it. It's not going to resolve itself. Okay. Well, this band certainly has nothing more to look at. Let's move back up to the top. So we've got 2 and 4 here. We don't have to worry about 4s anymore. So just the 2. I'm not seeing anything with 2. Okay. Do we have 2? Yeah, unfortunately 2's in 2 places in this column. All right, what about the rest of this column though? We need a 3, 5, 6. So, I mean, I'm seeing this 3 and this 5, or this 5 if you prefer. So 3, 5, 6. And that does mean 5 is up here. We already have a 5 in this row. Okay, how about this 3, 5, and 7 then? 5 doesn't do anything. 3. We do have 2 3s vertically. We have 2 7s vertically. In fact, we can place the 7. That's very nice. Just following up on the 7, we get 7s over there. Does this really not do anything? Unfortunately, no. Then we've got 1, 3, 8. Is that... yeah, we got our wish. Remember earlier I said 1, 3, 8. If this couldn't be 3, then we'd be good. Well, now we're good. So 1, 3, and 8 don't go here, and don't go here, or any of these givens. And so we need to place 1, 3, and 8 in this column. And so they end up in these 3 cells. We already have this marked as 1, 8, but these are 1, 3, 8. It's not 1, that's not 8. And so now we have a corner marked 7 there, but what we've just learned is it can't actually be 7s. We can remove the corner mark because these need to be from 1, 3, 8. And so that evicts, probably the easiest thing to think about for what it evicts is the rest of the column is 2, 5, 6, 7, 2, 5, 6, 7. So we're seeing the 6s up here. This can't be 2 or 5, so this is 6, 7. And this is 2, 5, 6. This can't be 7. But the important bit is these aren't 2, 6, or 7 anymore. They already couldn't be 5. So we want to think about how that affects 2, 6, and 7 in the general area, if it does at all. Unfortunately, I don't really know much about 2s and 6s. I guess there is one thing, which is that this 6 looks up. These aren't 6 now. So 6 is over here, which is kind of corollary to 6 being up there. The important bit is these 2 digits aren't 6 anymore also. I really don't see what that does. 2, 6, 7. Okay. We already have 7s marked in here. Okay, I think that's all we get out of that for now. Anything else with 1, 3, and 8? That should be it. I guess we learned from these 3s that 3's in one of these 2. Not super exciting. How about the rest of this column? We have 1. We need 2, 7, 9. 2, 7, 9. Well, this one's not a 9, and this one's not a 9. So the 9 goes here, and we're left with 2, 7 here. All right. In fact, this is 1, 2. No, not 1. Yes, 1. Hold on. No, there's... sorry, for some reason I thought this was going to be a quad, but it's definitely not. This isn't a pair. So never mind about that. I was confusing myself. Right, I think that's what we get out of this. This 9, can we follow up on it at all? Yeah, 9's in one of these two. Okay, I have a lot of low-hanging fruit here, but let's just finish this band first. I haven't done a normal scan of it yet. So I guess we'll start with this 4, 5, 9. So the 4s are done. The 5s are in one of these two. The 9s, 9 is placed. That's quite nice. Now that removed that 9, which then places that 9. Now 9s are done. Actually, I thought we were going to finish 7s or 4s before 9s, but we didn't. Anyway, 4, 5, and 9, and then we've got, so 4 and 9 we don't have to worry about. We have 7 and 8 here. 7s are marked. 8 actually ends up in one of these two because we have this 8 looking up as well. And so that points in here with this 8, putting an 8 in one of these two. A lot of corner marks going on in this box. I think that's it for our normal scan. Let's do low-hanging fruit. I'm seeing this column is down to 3 digits. We need a 1, 5, 8. So we know this isn't 8. Oh, sorry, not 1, 5, 8. There's an 8 in the column. What did I miss? 1, 5, 6. 1, 5, 6. All right, I think these are, this one's not 5, but otherwise it's just 1, 5, 6. This column is down to 4 digits. We need a 1, 2, 4, 6. Well, the 6s. We know these aren't 4. Yeah, the 4's up there. So these are 1, 2, 6. The top one's not 1. 1, 2. This one's not 1 either. So this is 2, 4, 6. I said 1, 2, 4, 6. Yeah. Could be any of those. Okay. Does this get me anything? This row is down to 2, 3, 6, 8. This one's not 3. 2, 6, 8. Really not getting much out of that. Any other low-hanging fruit? This row is down to 1, 6, 7, 8. This 6 looks up. It's also not 7, so it's 1, 8. I think this could be any of them. 1, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay. Did I not create anything useful out of this? No. I thought for some, like I saw this 1, 5 pair, and again, I'm inventing invisible pairs that don't exist. But I thought one was restricted to these two. Had one been restricted to these two, we would have ended up placed the one here. But the one can actually end up here, and that would work out just fine. This can be 6, 8, and this would be the 1. So, how about the rest of this box then? There's so many. I need 2, 3, 6, 8. 2, 3, 6, 8. This isn't 8, so it's 2, 3, 6. I don't know. 2, 3, 6. 7 in this column? Yeah, 7 in this column is placed. Where can 7 go? This 7 sees here. These are filled. This 7 sees these two. And this can't be 7 because of the 2, 5, 7 triple. So that's our 7. That's our 2. I wonder if that's been sitting there. That's not an easy spot. We have these two 2s looking in. So 2's now in one of these two. And 2 in this row's in one of these two. Okay. So this cell here isn't 2. In fact, let's just look at the whole. The whole box is 2, 3, 6, 8. This one's not a 2. So this is 3, 6, 8. I think this could be any of 2, 3, 6, 8. This can't be 8. So this is 2, 3, 6. Oh, it's not a 2 either. So just 3, 6. That makes a 3, 6 pair. Basically 2 and 8. This can't be 2, 8. And this can't be 2, 8. And so the 2, 8 goes there. Or you can just use the naked 3, 6 pair. And so this can't be the 8. So this is the 2. This is the 8. Now we have another 3, 6 pair here. So yeah, and this is a 3, 5, 6 triple. So this is just whatever triples left. We do need a 1. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 7 and 8. This is a 3, 5, 6 triple, I guess I should have said. 7 and 8 look in, making this have only a 1, naked 1, leaving 7, 8 behind. And so now 1 in this row's in one of these two. Now I get my wish. I'm getting my wish a lot in this one. Where's 1 in this column? Because the 1's claim in this row. So this can't be 1. I do see this, but I want to finish this first. These 1s, you can think of it as these 1s lining up. So these can't be 1. Or you just look for 1 in this column. It can't be here because then we wouldn't be able to place 1 in this row, right? That's why we corner mark the 1s there. And so the 1 in this column can only go here. So that can't be a 1 anymore. This here has been seeing a 2 placed in the row. So that's our 7, giving us the 2 here. These 3 digits are 1, 3, 6. 1, 3, 6. This can't be 3. So it's 1, 6. This can't be 1 or 6. So this is our 3. That's our 1, making this 3 and 8, making this 6. That's our 6 and 3. That's our 5 and 3 and 6. All of these 3 6s resolve. We get our 1 and our 8 there. We get our 2 here. This is 5, 6. Can't be a 6. Why? It's under there. Okay, that's 5, that's 6, that's 1 and 5, that's 1 and 8. That's our 7 and 8, that's our 6. This column finishes with a 2. Let's clean this up. This is 4 or 6, can't be 6. That's 4, that's 6. That places this 4. This digit is a 2. All right, this is a 7, giving us 5 and 7, and 2 and 5, and we're done. All right, interesting puzzle today. This bottom band just you kind of gravitate towards it because of the restrictions, and it kind of finishes itself. I don't know how much intervention came from geometry there, but then once we get this 3, I think it's important to then notice that now we can do this 1, 3, 8. I feel like that was important. At least it was fun to find at the very least. And then we had some interesting stuff, like these ones eventually lining up. I thought they lined up, and then they didn't, and then they did. So that was fun. But yeah, noticing things that are almost there. If you can remember they're almost there, then later in the solve you can check, hey, have we actually fulfilled that now? And if you have, then now you can use it. Cool. Well, hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.